What's up, y'all? So last night I was watching Hulu and I saw that Essence Fest was live streaming. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. Essence Fest is live streaming. And then I had a moment where I was like, Essence Fest never invites me. And I felt some kind of way about it. And then I had a second moment where I was like, you know why Essence Fest doesn't invite you, Sonya? Because I've been to Essence Fest before many years ago as part of an HIV testing tour event. And when I went, my experience was, this is rampant capitalist consumerism in blackface. There was a McDonald's stage that had an Army recruitment center with an Army recruitment step team. This is when I knew. I was like, oh, these ain't my people. It was an Army recruitment step team hosted by McDonald's, putting on step performances to get Black people to enlist in the military. And that was beside the giant Walmart stage. and I knew in that moment that this was not in alignment with me. And that's the last time I ever went to Essence Festival. And so I had that thought last night, and then I remembered why. It was like, let it go. Today, I see on my friend Yaba Blaze post that Essence Fest put an injunction on a local Black bookstore who was hosting a Black authors event. I believe that one of my friends, Kimberly Jones, was one of the co-sponsors of the event. At least her face is smiling in the picture I saw. And they put a cease and desist and stopped them from hosting this Black authors event because it was in competition with their festival. And then I heard someplace that maybe they had used something that looked like co-sponsoring or whatever, branding, right? And rather than to be like, no, or reach out and say, it's fine that you have your event, but you can't brand it this way or whatever, and have a conversation about it, it did what capitalist, consumerist, corporate entities do. They squash local innovation, they squash local retail, local resources, because they operate from greed and scarcity. And I want us to stop giving passes just because we like something. Just because we like it doesn't mean it's in alignment with our actual values. And I understand it is such a difficult road to be in alignment, with what is really true for us. But part of the reason why we see such discordance and disruption in our daily life, I ain't even talking about the systems and structures and is because we do what we like instead of doing what is aligned. And then we're in the fucked up relationship, right? That's causing us a lot of pain or grief. Then we're in the job we hate. Then we're in a conflict with the person, right? All of a sudden, we see the outcomes of what happens when we do the thing we like because we like it instead of doing the thing that is aligned. I think many of us, if we sat inside of ourselves, we would be like, this isn't in alignment, and we wouldn't actually want to do it. But parts of it feel good, so I'm going to go. Like, I loved seeing Mary J. Blige. I loved having a brief conversation with Jill Scott at Essence Fest. I loved watching Miguel. I so enjoyed it. But in that moment, I could see how that enjoyment could make me obscure the fact that I had watched McDonald's partner with the U.S. military to use Black cultural gifts to recruit Black people into war and violence and murder, in exchange for getting to watch Mary J. Blige on the stage, Jill Scott in concert. Life is asking us to do difficult work at a different level, at a level that is so different than the way we've been doing it before. At a level that says, is this in alignment and is it in integrity? Is it in my integrity? Is it in alignment with what it is that I truly say I desire to see for my existence? And if so, how would I move differently? I wouldn't be at Essence Fest, and I'm not. And imagine if we did that on a collective level. We wouldn't need an Essence Fest because we would have created something in alignment. So I'm not surprised that they would be wielding their corporate, capitalist, consumerist power like an oligarch, because it's kind of what it is. All right. Sending y'all love.